When it comes to racing, most NASCAR drivers generate highlights on four wheels. But some have delivered memorable moments at the track when motoring on 2 feet. Carl Edwards, after a wreck at Talladega in 2009, ran to the finish line a la Ricky Bobby from Talladega Nights. Gone once ran to his wrecked race car at Kansas.
He knows every lap counts.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Brad Keselowski had a memorable race during a red flag, a race to the porta potty during the 2012 Daytona 500.
Hey, where is that son of a I'm gonna kill him.
The best sprint on 2 feet came later in the 2012 season, at Phoenix. The driver, not one you'd expect, at least not at the time, Clint Bowyer. Having just seen his slim championship hopes ruined thanks to the front bumper of Jeff Gordon, a mad Bowyer climbed out of his wrecked race car on pit road and looked up at the video board.
I hope Bowyer beats the out of him.
He saw his crew having at it with Gordon's crew at Gordon's hauler, and that was enough to put Bowyer into a full sprint. He ran hard, and I should know, that's me in that blue jacket trying to keep up. Granted, I had radios and headphones that I needed to make sure I didn't lose. And come on, who was I to think that Bowyer would sprint to try to throw some haymakers at Gordon? Racers remember every time they've been wronged. Well before Phoenix, Gordon and Bowyer had tangled, especially in April at Martinsville, where they had contact as part of an overtime restart.
A.J. Allmendinger shot through, and now they're going to have to line things up.
Costing Hendrick teammate Jimmy Johnson a chance at the victory. Then in the Phoenix race, they had contact again, with Gordon ending up hitting the wall. Gordon fell a couple laps down, and as he limped around the track, he decided he had to take care of business. In other words, take care of Bowyer. Sure enough, Gordon waited on Bowyer and turned him into the wall, ending both their days as well as that of Joey Logano. As Gordon got out of his mangled car at his hauler, Bowyer's crew tried to get to him, but he was quickly hustled out of harm's way. The crews continued to push and shove amid the mayhem. The crews converged again as Bowyer was stopped by a NASCAR official at the entrance of the Gordon hauler.
It makes us all look like a bunch of, it's pretty embarrassing for a four-time champion. And what I consider one of the best this sport's ever seen to act like that. It's completely ridiculous.
I've just had it, Clint's run into me numerous times, wrecked me, and he got into me on the back straightaway and pretty much ruined our day. And I've had it. Was fed up a bit and got him back.
It was one of the rare times that Gordon got called out as a driver.
I spent a whole week being bashed by a half a dozen drivers about racing hard at Texas and how I'm out of control and have a death wish, and then I see like that. That's all you can call that. And these guys just tried to kill each other. You race hard, and I get called for racing hard, and called with a death wish, and I see like that, and it just pisses me off.
Truthfully, Gordon should be glad that Bowyer had that infamous sprint, because the incident is a little bit of a stain on Gordon's legacy. And the funny part of Bowyer's run is more etched in people's memories rather than the on-track incident itself.
Clint needed to be dealt with, but that wasn't the right way to go about it.
Gordon had the support of team owner Rick Hendrick. Remember that contact in Martinsville? That was an afternoon where the team hoped to earn its 200th victory. Martinsville holds the greatest and saddest time in Hendrick's heart, the track where Hendrick would go to races as a kid, as well as the site of the team's first victory. But it's also the place where in 2004, a Hendrick plane crashed en route to the race, killing 10 people, including Hendrick's son, Hendrick's brother, and his brother's 2 daughters.
And we were all wanting to win more than anything, more than any championship. The 200th win at Martinsville meant so much to all of us because we lost so much there. And that was taken away from us. It took me a week or so to get over it, just because we had it in our grasp. And that's just emotions that we carry, nobody else. So,
emotions. NASCAR fans love to see them. And Gordon's actions epitomized an inherent philosophy in NASCAR. There is a little bit of cowboy justice that is acceptable the same way that a pitcher throws a beanball as part of the unwritten baseball code, but also knows it will result in a suspension. A driver can't get pushed around and must defend himself or herself. NASCAR fined Gordon $100,000 and docked him 25 points.
I just wish Fox would let us have a little fun.
Obviously, Gordon and Bowyer made up. You can see them weekly in the Fox Sports booth having fun calling NASCAR races and calling each other out from time to time.
We're going to call this a draw, and I hope that's the end of this.
They even tore up some rental cars racing each other on the Daytona road course. But the story of how they made up is one for the ages. Less than 2 months after Phoenix, they spent at least a few moments of New Year's Eve together on rapper P. Diddy's yacht. Bowyer and Kevin Harvick ended up on the yacht as guests of Chef Guy Fieri. Gordon and his wife, Ingrid Vandenbosch, got invited to the party because, well, they're Jeff Gordon, champion race car driver, and Ingrid Vandenbosch, notable model. With some help of liquid fuel, they at least talked. Their icy relationship began to thaw. And now look at Bowyer and Gordon. They can't stop laughing in the Fox booth, where they have embraced that moment as part of their history. You have probably seen the highlight of Bowyer running in the fight once or twice or 100 times. Be prepared to see it again. It's a highlight for the ages. It's NASCAR, and in NASCAR, a good highlight mixed with a good fight never is forgotten and never goes to waste. It won't go down as the greatest moment for Jeff Gordon, and it won't go down even as the greatest moment for Clint Bowyer. But it's better to embrace those iconic moments rather than run and hide.
For more great NASCAR on Fox content, subscribe to our channel. It's somewhere right around here.